Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and not miss out on anything you need to scale your business to six figures and beyond. Pow! So welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to shout out to the state of Florida, other places, but I know the state of Florida right now, that's actually where I spend a lot of time, businesses there. They're getting ready to look at having another major hurricane. So we're going to cover a few things. Just want to shout out, make sure everyone is safe, and make sure that we do as much as we can for providing for all kinds of disasters, whether it's through your business or volunteering. So I just wanted to give that shout out. Now I'm going to talk about no bids, particularly this can fall in any category, and I'm going to specifically talk about four of them. Now, these are normally going to be no bids, and no bids are really great for if you're getting started and you want to make money now. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the no bid, which is simplified acquisition procedure. I've spoken about that a lot. That is for low value procurement. That means something that's more of a low value. The threshold is $250K. And why do they use this? They use this simplified acquisition procedure, government buyers, because they want to simplify the process for awarding the contract. It works for you, the small federal business contractor, and it works for the government. They love when they can, with low procurement items, to be able to simplify the process than what it takes. So if I were getting started and I needed to make money, I would definitely focus on simplified acquisition procedures, and micro purchases fall under there, but the threshold is $10,000. The next one that I love is what they call a letter contract. A letter contract is when it is urgent, like some of the situations that are going on right now with the damage in North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, and with the possible hurricane that may be coming this way as well. A letter contract means that you get started before even all the procurements or the procedures or any of the fine-tuned information for the contract has even been completed, because we need to start now. Now, I just spoke to, shout out to Jack. Jack gave us a call and he's really involved. I mean, he's got like 10 crews in various places in North Carolina, South Carolina. I think he said South Carolina. And he's on the ground, like boots on the ground with all this going on. Lots of experience, great guy. We've conversed about, he's wanted to get with us to do federal contracts. He's already doing state contracts, so on and so forth. And what we talked about was what's needed right now. So this would be one of those letter contracts. They're in desperate need of dump trucks when it comes to a lot of this debris removal. And they're in desperate need. They're cutting trees left and right, and they need like tree services. And so right now, this could be one that would be a letter contract. The particulars haven't been hashed out, but we need to get all this taken care of. And so this may be an incident where a letter contract is when things needs to be done right now. They haven't ironed out all the negotiation for the contract, but they know they need to start immediately. So you can get a letter contract. The other type of contract is, let me find what I've got here, commercial item contracts. Commercial item contracts are ready contracts or ready items, commercial. They're already out in the commercial area, and so the government may buy that. That could be something like Amazon Marketplace, where they're doing a lot of buying from Amazon pens and envelopes and things like that. This is when they want to benefit both. They want something quick, and these are these quick, get it now kind of contracts. And so this is one that could be used. And sole source is one of my favorites. One company. That normally happens when you're definitely for sure an 8A, or it could be when you have demonstrated that you are the only company that's able to provide this at this time frame. It could be you have something very unique that is needed and they need it now. So that would be a sole source. You're the only single person, company that they reach out to, and they've been able to justify why they need you. Now, of course, a lot of this has to do with previous work. I know a specific case where someone has worked somewhere doing some type of roofing, elevator work, things that we used to do, and they know what kind of work we've done, so they need something. They don't want to put it out. We've provided it before in one agency or one building. They know we can do it. So that is where they want to skip through all that and get to you. So that's sole source. The other area that we may look at is, let's see, I've talked about letterhead, is, let's go with, I think I've talked about pretty much all of them. So when I look at no bid, I always talk about a no bid contract, and there's over 17 types of contracts. You know, indefinite quantity, IDIQ, there's so many. I just gave you like 4 or 5. So what we want to do is focus on what's going to be a good fit for you. And I always say, look at where you are and where you want to grow to. Where are you now? What's your source, and where do you want to grow to? So when you're looking at no bid, there's a lot of directions. I've given you some. One of my favorite is the SAP. It is for low value procurement. A lot of that's for no bidding. A lot of it's set aside for small businesses like you that are just getting started and you're ready to grow. Now, if you want to learn more about disaster relief contracts, I've been doing this for over 15 years, nothing new, not something I'm just starting because of all these disasters. I've been registered in Florida since about 1997 in Orlando, Florida. And so for me, it's really, really serious. I've been so fortunate to be a part of some of the communities in Florida, reside there, business there, so on and so forth. So if you really want to learn about what's needed, we have real live people that are on the ground doing things, giving us information. I know they need a lot of dump trucks. They're dump trucks. The dump trucks are hard to find. So there's certain things like roll-off dumpsters, dump trucks. This debris has to be a major priority. So if you've got some equipment, or you may, really, really want to get started in disaster relief for real. And one of the things they're saying, don't take on a contract if you don't think you can complete it, because they are not playing. And I don't blame them, because they have lives at stake, property. So we're not trying to play. We're not trying to pretend. We're really trying to help. So if you want to learn more about DRC, disaster relief contracts, then make sure you join me for my GovCon Lunch and Learn every Wednesday. It's absolutely free, where I go over all this information, and I always spotlight one thing. So tomorrow I'm going to spotlight subcontractor plans, middleman. You really need to have a plan, and a lot of people just kind of throw it together. So I'm going to go over subcontractor plans tomorrow. Love to see you there. And if you'd like to learn more about disaster relief, I have workshops that you can sign up. My GovCon is free. I call it GovCon Lunch and Learn. But if you already know you want to do disaster relief and you want to get it from someone that's been registered in that state and not just getting started because it looks like it's something that you can do. I've been a presence there for, like I said, 97. So I've been through lots of hurricanes. I know how this could be. And if you want to really learn from a group of individuals, like I mentioned, a few people that we've had been doing this for years, definitely join up for learning more. And one free place is our GovCon Lunch and Learn. So until next time, be safe, take care, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.